You can see by the design here that they look a little from column A and a little from column B to make this, column C. You estimate that this impressive statue has stood here for hundreds of years, and boy are his arms tired. This statue wasn't quite so lucky. While the elements may have decreed that she should fall, she still has a pair of perfect and intact ears. I was going to say ears, you perverts. Okay, fine. I was gonna say the statue had nice boobs. What of it, eh? You were all thinking it. You're overlooking the incredible port city of Tyr. From here, you can see the fountain that makes up the center, many buildings, and a lighthouse. Well, this is a sight to see. The legendary port city of Tyr. The massive walls stretch out in both directions, and you can hear the water rushing through the aqueduct above. It's definitely more impressive than the dump shaped like a sword your mate Earl once showed you. You see a very comely-looking woman in front of the gates. She is, however, carrying a variety of weapons, and despite her looks, you believe she could slice you into nuggets.
Hold, stranger.
I'm Holden.
I am Valeris, head guard of the port city of Tyr.
You can call me whatever you want.
I am sorry, sir, but the city is on lockdown currently.
Well, that was a serious bummer.
What business have you here?
I wanted to see the ships.
The ships will still be there when we can open the city. We're pursuing a dangerous group of criminals that were trying to smuggle in illegal shipments from the port. The gates will remain closed until we apprehend them.
Sounds like you got your hands full. I'll come back when it's more convenient.
Thank you for your cooperation, Mr. Rowan.
Trust me, by the looks of you, you could get even the nastiest of drunks to cooperate.
Amusing. Have a nice day, sir.
Evening is falling in the valley. As the day winds down, you decide to check out the performance in the town market that Kessel mentioned.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages.
A street magician is performing his act in the market. The townspeople all look happy with his little show. You've seen worse, but you've also seen better.
Prepare to be amazed by the wonders of Alfonso the Great and Powerful. Watch him produce fire and flame from thin air, over and over again.
Hey there, little man. Watch where you're going.
Orbs of
Well, that's not very nice at all. You should really have more confidence in yourself.
Huh?
out of nowhere.
You said little man, and I assumed you were talking to your, twig and plums.
What? No,
Oh, well then, do your bullocks getting away again?
Oh, I see. So maybe you're just looking for me to pound you.
Absolutely not. I just think you should see a doctor about your swollen boys. They're obviously making you cranky, Mr.
I'll kill you.
Okay, Mr. I'll kill you, but I really don't know how you can fight with your bits all sore like that.
You are dead meat, pal.
You guess Gorth wasn't as tough as people said he was. You manage to overpower Gorth, and he falls to the ground. You wonder if you should put him out of his misery, or let him live to pick another fight another day. You decide to show mercy and let Gorth live. It seems many of the bystanders respect that decision.
What's going on here?
Well, this big guy came out of nowhere.
Gorth bumped into him and attacked him. We all saw it.
Is this true? I'd believe it. Gorth is always starting trouble. This was clearly self-defense, Mr. Rome.
I know it was. I was there, defending myself.
I don't like trouble in my town, though, Mr. Rome. If trouble seems to find you here once again, I shall be forced to do something about it. Do you understand?
Crystal clear, boss.
All right. Somebody take care of Gorth, and the rest of you stop gawking. Musicians, play some music. Mr. Rome, I'd appreciate if you'd stop by my office sometime tomorrow.
Will do, Chief.
You did a good thing. That Gorth was a real bastard.
Yeah, he was always bothering my wife.
One time, he punched me for drinking my ale too fast.
One time he punched me for drinking my ale too slow.
One time he punched me.
He used to walk into my home, fart, and leave.
You're a hero, Mr. Rome.
Oh boy.
After your battle with Gorth, you return to the inn to get a good sleep. You awaken much refreshed. You're starving. You should go downstairs and get some breakfast from Ina. Well, it's the man who took down Gorth the Menace. Good morning, sir.
Well, I was just defending myself.
Hell of a defense, sir. It impressed most of the town.
They haven't seen me dance yet.
Well, needless to say, they had Gorth taken over to the House of Recovery over in Tyr. They think he'll be in there for at least a month. And after that, Rayford had him banished from town under threat of death.
That Rayford is pretty tough. Could have been worse, though. We could have seen Gorth's head outside the gate, eh?
Well, the farmers that hang out over in the pub wanted me to tell you that your ale is on them today.
Sounds like a tasty proposition. Just might have to make my way over there to take them up on that.
You should. It'll be fun. Old Martin Japsworth's back in town too. He's what we like to call a hoot.
A hoot, huh?
Yeah, if we get him drunk, he'll start telling all manner of wild stories.
That does sound like a hoot.
Yes, sir. He's usually in there at night. Lord knows where he is during the day. Probably sleeping off last night's mistakes. You sit down at the table.
Here's your meal, Mr. Rome, sir.
Looks lovely. Thank you, dear.
You wolf down all the food and give a proper belch. You should go see Rayford this morning. He did ask you to come, and he does get ornery.
Nice moves with Gorth. Don't worry, next time I got your back. You'd be surprised the damage one pissed off guy in a wheelchair can do.
Oh, hello! Are you feeling okay today? That was some fight yesterday. To be honest, it was about time someone stood up to Gorth. I was tired of having to throw him in the cells for a night. He used to give me wedgies through the bars.
Why, hello, Mr. Rome. Thanks for coming to see me.
No problem, Mr. Rayford.
Just Rayford is fine. I don't need the honorific of Mr.
Well then, Rayford, what can I do for you?
Well, I was just curious as to what you plan to do here. All right. I assume since you came from the east, you're in no hurry to go back there. And considering the bridge is closed up north, I'd say you're waiting for that.
I'd say that's a correct assumption.
Look, I just want to maintain the peace and equilibrium in this town. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
It's taken me time to bring some order to this land, and barring the buzz of some local brigands or the ornery hunters in the south, I have pretty good control over my citizens.
Look, I'm not here to get involved or stir up the pot. Seriously, I'm just looking to stop here on my way through. I've got business and friends in the north. I'd like to get there with little incident.
Excellent. You understand I have to make sure. I don't like trouble, Mr. Rome.
Who does? Trouble's bad for the soul and for your mind.
Well then, take care here in our town. You may enjoy yourself over at Armand's or the pub.
Will do.
You're in Rayford's office. There's a doorway to the dungeon, the jail cell where Jan usually looks after people Rayford has arrested for minor infractions, and the desk where Rayford does his work. You see a drunken, older man. He looks like he's attempting to dress like an adventurer, but he looks more like a stuffed rhubarb.
Hi, Udo.
Wow, Mr. Rome, you sure made quick work of Gorth. That man was always harassing the townsfolk. Good riddance to bad rubbish, I say. Well, I hear that Rayford has thrown some interesting people in jail lately. Also, there are rumors of the Moroi cult taking over the old citadel on the hill behind the swamp. It's always something here in the Valley of Krashna, isn't it? Well, I just know they look like nice, decent visitors to town when I saw them come through, but Rayford says they were dangerous criminals in disguise. If you haven't visited Hermit Homestead yet, you should go. It's in the northern part of the grasslands. Just take the King's Road up a way and make a left. Can't miss it. Goodbye, Mr. Rome.
You're in a very lovely little path in the forest. The fallen tree here almost makes an archway to somewhere. You're in a little hidden part of the woods. It's definitely interesting here. You see a gully to the south and there is a path around a big rock outcropping. It's a bear. A big, black bear. Oh yes, this is a great and wonderful idea. You know that old adage, always poke a sleeping bear? Sage advice. That was written by Sir Timothy, who was eventually eaten by a bear. Yeah, go talk to a bear. Good idea, Dr. Doolittle.
You're Mr. Rome, eh? Kurt told me about you.
You're a talking bear.
Yeah, I talk. I walk and poop too. Amazing, huh?
You're a talking bear.
Oh, you're a real articulate bastard, eh? Look, just look inside the bush. There's a handle. Rotate it clockwise, and then pull. Go on down.
Thanks, talking bear.
Joy, my name is Joy, and you owe me a beer.
Joy shows you the entrance to the Brigand's hideout and you walk inside. My, what a great little hideout the Brigands have here. You can see massive piles of their booty they've, confiscated over there. And there's a decent lot of folks down here too. Hey, how the hell did the bear get in before me? Hubba hubba, you'd recognize the portrait of Noir anywhere. This classic nude is all over every sleazy joint in the world. The Brigand is definitely from a far-off place. You admire his fez.
Hi, what's going on, my friend?
Hello there, new guy. I am Radu. How do you do?
Well, I'm just fine now. Look at this place. I think I could really call this home.
Yes, for a cave, it's definitely one of the better ones I've lived in.
So you've lived in a lot of caves?
I'm a grown man who issues shirts and I wear a fez all the time. Caves are all people like me got.
That's a good point.
Well, anyway, welcome to the crew. Say hey to everyone. For a bunch of brigands, we're a pretty friendly crew.
Thanks, I'll do that. Well met, sir.
I'll come to you, sir.
This man is wielding a sword, and it looks like he's practicing on one of those dummies. Nice. You start to talk, then you remember you're not an imbecile and stop.
Wow, you're pretty handy with that sword.
Cutlass! That's a cutlass!
Sorry, my mistake. At least I didn't say scimitar, eh?
I'll give you that. I'm Calvin Christopher Curran III. Most people just call me Cutty.
I'm His Royal Highness, the 4th Duke of Arstamouth, Sir William Rowan. You can call me Rowan.
Ah, sir. Such a cunning linguist you are. What wit.
We're going to be good friends.
Well met.
Well met.
This guy looks like a love-struck Romeo, singing the streets a serenade, and laying everybody low with a love song that he made. I think he's trying to flirt with the girl in the bunk beneath him.
Oh, hey, new guy. Welcome to the hideout.
Thanks, chum.
No problem. Now I've got to get back to putting the vibe out, if you catch my drift.
Yeah, putting out that old desperate vibe. Got it.
This young woman has just restrung her bow and is testing it. You immediately respect her.
I'll respect you.
Well, that's an icebreaker.
Yeah. Well, that's just a mighty fine restringing job on that bow.
Well, thanks. Welcome to the crew, mate. I only have one rule for you.
Anything.
Put the seat down when you're done, you filthy animal.
Done.
Kurt says you're on the level. Beat him in a drinking contest. Only other person I've ever seen beat him was his mother.
That's some woman.
You betcha.
It's a dartboard. The local brigands use it to relax and hone their skills. Well, you don't know what we can see. Why don't you come with me, girl, on a magic carpet ride? Well, he definitely looks like he's seen action. His eye patch is awesome.
Hey there.
Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Stefan.
You can call me Rowan.
Welcome aboard. Glad to have another strong back to help out.
This jolly old chap is drinking away like a champ.
Hi there, fellas. How are you?
Hi there, I'm Fat Rob. It's a clever nickname, huh?
We used to call him Fat Bastard.
Well, I eased up and lost the bastard.
You're still a bastard.
Yep.
Anyway, welcome, new guy.
You can call me Rowan.
Well, Mr. Rowan, glad to have you around.
It's a bear. A big, black bear.
Hey, Jay.
Yeah, Rowan, what's up? That's my name, don't bear it out. Yeah, as you can see, I am Ursine in nature. Pretty amazing, huh? All of my people can talk. I know you get a kick out of it, but where I come from, we're all bears and we all talk. I come from a land in the north called Erlince. My people are the Erlinites. We have amazing cities. Someday we should all go visit. Do you realize how much of your pissy grog it takes for me to even catch a buzz? I'm pissing like 40,000 times a day. Someone here needs to learn to brew something besides this weak-ass shit. You know, they get a bad rap, but they saved me. Kurt saw me in a cage on a caravan and set me free. I asked if I could join them, and Kurt said, "What, I'm going to say no to a huge damn bear?" So I've been here since then. That was 5 years ago. I left my home to explore the world. I was young and had wanderlust. Unfortunately, in the Kingdom of Ire, I let two guys get the best of me. I passed out and woke up in a cage. They made the talking bear into a tourist attraction. It kind of sucked. Hey, nice chatting with you, pal. You take care of yourself out there. Don't end up in a cage dancing for coins.
It's Kurt!
Hey there! Nice job with Gorth.
Thanks, sir.
That man was a right bastard. Could have been a bruiser with a job if he'd asked me. But instead, he just insisted on being rude to the townspeople. A stupid prick.
Well, we all can't be winners, eh?
Right you are. See, he was bad for our business anyway. We like to keep to ourselves and just be seen in town as regular lads. Most people think I work the docks in Tyr. Not a bad place, really. Always stays the same temperature, no matter the season, and there's plenty of room for everyone and everything. Well, we're keen to raid this caravan going north towards the bridge, over the Great River. They know what's out, but they're going to store the goods at the tower. They're trying to send them across by rope. We want to grab it all before they get there. Are you in?
That sounds like something I'd be willing to get my hands dirty for.
Excellent. Okay, meet me up on the King's Road just before the little canyon that's in front of the bridge tower.
Sounds good. See you there, sir.
You take care now. May the wind be at your back, as well as the sheriff.
The old signposts indicate that the port of Tyr is to the south and Volksville is to the east. It's an old traveler's rest tent. You wonder how many drunk travelers have used it for a bathroom. This is the King's Road and leads from the port city of Tyr to the King's Castle. It doesn't look too well maintained in this area. The King's Road leads between the port city of Tyr and the King's Castle. You're travelling along it. The grass borders the King's Road and leads northwards where you can see the ever-present mountains reaching up into the sky. It's Kurt!
Okay, we got two ways of doing this. You can get your knuckles bloody and fight the guards head on. Or you can get your hands dirty by sneaking up behind them, unhitching the wagon and tying it to Mastodon. He'll run off with it and we'll get it later. It's your choice, old pal. It doesn't matter, cause either way, we get the loot.
I like sneaking up on these eggheads. Let's get our hands dirty.
You sneaky bastard. I like it. Go on ahead. Everyone's waiting. I'll give the signal. That's the spirit.
You bastard! Now you gotta drink most of the beer!
Most? I drank it all!
You absolute pile of unmitigated shit!
You there! Move yourselves from the road, you drunk assholes!
What? This road? Where else are we supposed to drink?
I'm coming down there to talk to you, miscreants.
You need to move. You unhitch the cart from the horses. You gather a few pebbles from the ground. You need to move close. You're already carrying some.
No! Hey, nice work back there. I'm glad to have someone like you on the team.
Just doing my job.
The massive structure in the distance is a bridge and a guard post. In front of you is the massive tower bridge. It's a beautiful piece of stonework. Shame it all got washed away. It'll probably take them months to fix it. A man comes out of the bridge and walks over to you.
Hello, can I help you?
Yes, I'm just a traveler. I see the bridge is gone.
Yes, it'll be out for some time. My name is Jared Hummel. I'm the guardian of this place until the King's Work Corps come to fix the bridge.
You can call me Rowan. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
What can I help you with? It appears that the snow melt off the mountains was much more severe this year, dislodging large ice chunks and sending boulders downstream. I was not here at the time. I was dining with Frederick and Rin in Hermit Homestead. We heard a terrible sound and saw water rushing through the canyon, along with the rubble from the bridge. I immediately made my way north to find the bridge destroyed. They are an amazing bunch of builders and engineers. They could construct an impregnable castle using only cow dung and mud. They're on their way to start this repair project as soon as they finish with an assignment they're currently on. To be honest, sir, the project has not been told to us yet. It's quite secretive. All I know is that it's being built in the north, about 20 leagues from the Castle Konunglist. Yes, the people there are very friendly and harmless. They just want to live in peace. I often trade and spend time with them. I've known Frederick since I was a child. Tyr is actually a wondrous marvel. You really must walk the King's Road and go see it. The gates alone will take your breath away. Oh, it's a nice little town, I guess. I don't spend too much time there. I guess I just don't care for it.
Rayford, eh?
Oh yeah, sure, Rayford. He's a bastard. Please, stop back again any time to chat. It's nice to have visitors.
There used to be a bridge here, but unfortunately it's not there anymore. Probably washed away. Racks of weapons sit here exposed to the elements. You think that someone is quite stupid to leave them so exposed. People who ruin weapons piss you off.